This is Pete from Metalheadz, and I'm hanging out with Chris from Dommin. How's it going, dude?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. First date of the tour with Lacuna Coil. Is this your first time in the UK, though?
My first time here was early December, but just to do like interviews and stuff. So this is the first time the whole band's here.
This is the first time Dommin's been in the UK.
Exactly.
So coming from Los Angeles, were you dead excited to come over to the UK because obviously the UK's got such history in heavy metal and rock?
Yeah, you know, I'm actually a big history buff, and but unfortunately, I haven't really gotten to sink my teeth into, you know, all that the UK has to offer as far as history. So hopefully, somewhere between shows, I'll get the chance to really see what's here. You know.
That's cool. Now this is my first time speaking to you. Can I get like a brief history on the history of Dommin?
Brief history. Well, so a lot of people don't know, but I mean, we've been doing this for almost a decade.
Yeah.
So I mean, it originally started out as kind of just something that I was doing on my own with my brother, who would play drums, because I can't play drums. I mean, I can play drums, but not good enough at all. But over the course of 10 years, you know, Billy James joined. He's a childhood friend of mine. Constantine joined like in 2006, and then we auditioned Cameron in 2008. But you know, the whole time, pretty much playing locally in LA, and you know, making demo recordings and just, you know, doing what bands do for the last, you know, decade roughly. And then we eventually met Dirty Icon production company, which is Logan Mader from like Machine Head, Soulfly, and his partner Lucas Banker, who does a lot of songwriting for a lot of different people. And so once we met with them, you know, I got a call from Lucas because the demos that I had been making for so long have randomly somehow got into his hands. And he called me up, so we have to work together, and we started recording with them. And eventually 2 years later, Roadrunner got interested, and we stuck with them and made the first record. So
this Love Is Gone is your first record then? Yeah, so it's just been a lot of EPing. It's going to be released February 20th, isn't it? Love Is Gone in the UK.
You know, it's a mystery what date it's going to come out.
Around February though.
Because I thought it was coming out on Monday, and someone else I just did an interview with told me February 15th.
Right.
So you're telling me the 20th?
I thought it was the 20th, or it could have been the 15th.
So really, I have no idea.
We'll say mid-February. But are you hoping to get good response from, you know, fans and critics?
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, I certainly don't want a bad response.
No,
but
do you think that people will be quite receptive to it?
I think so. I mean, if we put out an EP last year, and you know, if the response that we get on our, you know, Facebook and MySpace and on our YouTube page, if that's any indication of the response.
Sales aren't indications really these days, are they?
Yeah, not really. So, you know, if the reaction we get and the emails I get are any indication of how things will go, I think it should do okay.
Now you guys are from Los Angeles, and like from over in the UK, we might look at LA and think, oh yeah, bands like Motley and Skid, all those bands come from there. You're a completely different style. What's like the scene like in LA right now? Is it quite diverse? Yeah,
you know, LA is just so crowded with so many bands doing just everything under the sun.
Yeah.
You know, so there's not really, I've had people ask me what the scene's like, and there's not, as far as I can tell, there's not really a scene. It's just, there's nothing that's predominant over anything else. It's just
so many different individuals.
So many different things. Like, you can basically go out and find what you want wherever, you know. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things going out there. It's not all, you know, like hair metal or glam rock or or you know, whatever. So yeah, I mean, people are usually surprised that we're from there, but you know, I always point to bands like The Doors, you know, who are certainly a dark band.
Yeah, from Los Angeles. Them as a big influence.
Yeah, I'm a big Doors fan. You know, fan of Jim Morrison singing. And
do you take a lot of classical influences over more modern influences then?
Probably. It's funny. I mean, most of the stuff I listen to is like from the 40s.
Yeah.
On any given day. But I certainly like, you know, if you're talking about classic rock, I certainly love The Doors and Hendrix. And, you know, in the 70s, got into Kiss a lot. So
Yeah. Now, as you said before, and most people didn't know, you've been going for 10 years. What have been like the struggles you've had to get through, you know, to work for 10 years and then to finally get this stage as a band?
Geez, there's been so many. I mean, from going through finding the right band members, you know, I've gone through a couple of bass players, a couple of keyboard players, just to find the right people who, you know, understood what kind of music I was doing. And, you know, have had all the doors slammed in my face and, you know, people telling me that it's not any good. And, you know, it's the normal stuff. You know, it tends to be a lot of different band stories. It certainly wasn't something where we just did it and everybody loved it and they jumped on the bandwagon, you know.
You've been at it for 10 years now.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, within that time, there's been a lot of, you know, rejection, but, you know, I don't pay too much attention to it. You know, it's more about I'm always just doing the music that I want to hear, and whether anybody listens or not, I'll be doing it.
Yeah. And obviously, you said before you signed to Roadrunner, how happy are you to be with Roadrunner? Because especially over here, they built themselves as one of the big standing labels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people are surprised though, because I know Roadrunner is more, you know, known for its like pretty heavy.
In the early days, with like Typo and Sepultura and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, even nowadays, I'll see comments that are like, "What's this band doing on this label?" and they get all upset about it. But yeah, I mean, there's some good people at Roadrunner who really believe in what I'm doing and what we're doing as a band. So it's nice to have that kind of support where, you know, the people that are, you know, get us as a project across their desk is something that they're actually fans of, and, and makes them want to actually see it succeed and work hard to help us do that.
After this, you're going to be on a tour with him, or is it all the way up to May? You're touring with him?
I mean, we finish with Lacuna here, and then we jump on the him tour here right after, and that goes to like March 20th, and then we headline a show on the 21st in London.
In the UK?
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
And then we go with him over in the US and do the whole US tour till May.
Wow, so I think you're like really excited to go touring with him for that long.
Yeah, I mean, just being on the road this long is, you know, it's sometimes daunting.
Is this like the first time you've had really extensive tours as a band then?
Yeah, I think so, because I think everything we've done up till now, I think the longest thing has been 5 weeks, and that was because that was the Lacuna tour we did in the US, and then we did a couple of Warped Tour dates before that.
Right, yeah.
So I think that was the longest. So this will be the longest now, you know. It's pretty much non-stop till May.
Yeah, that's good. Any plans to come back to the UK?
I don't know if I'm supposed to mention this or not yet, but I know there's a couple of festivals going on this summer.
Cool.
And I'm certain we're on one of them, and there's another one that I'm not certain of, but so we'll be back this summer.
Summer festivals, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Cool. Chris, thanks for having me out, man. Have a great show. See you in the summer.
All right. Thanks.